Happening in this week's gaming news, Microsoft is delaying the release of Crackdown 3 from November 7th all the way to spring of 2018. Shannon Loftus, Microsoft Studios publishing general manager, said the company is delaying the Xbox One and PC game to give development teams Regent Games, Sumo Digital, and CloudGen extra time to ensure a quality experience. Crackdown 3 was originally announced at E3 back in 2014 and was at one point targeting a release in the second half of 2016. It's clearly a complex project, one that has evolved since its unveiling, and Crackdown fans have learned to be patient waiting for it to come out. Crackdown 3 is an incredibly ambitious project that pushes the technological envelope with immersive true 4K gameplay, cloud computing, competitive multiplayer, and a sprawling and futuristic open world. One aspect of Crackdown 3 that's getting some extra attention during the extra development time is the game's visual presentation, which is cel-shaded and has received some criticism after its showing at E3 2017 back in June. Crackdown 3 was previously scheduled to launch the same day as Microsoft's new console, the Xbox One X, but it would have been overshadowed with one of the largest game debuts with a new console in years. I love the previous Crackdown games. Really, what's not to like about playing a superhero cop that can leap over buildings and throw cars over the horizon? Plus, they earn a few points for getting Terry Crews to do the ad.
Step up, your boom! Oh, that's my cue! It's go time! Yeah, son! Oh yeah! Welcome to the agency!
Determination to conquer all my ambitions. Leading to this position, and so my disposition. Not seeing no limits, killing the competition. Yeah, I'm a beast. Now I'm released. Ready to feast, calm and peace, not least. I think that I'm number one. Just to keep it 100. 0 to 100. So you have a opponent. Are you a beast? Are you released? You ready to feast, or do you want peace, not least?
That's all the information we have about Crackdown 3 at this point, but as soon as I know more, you'll know more. What a cool looking product. Take your home to new atmospheric levels with this incredible floating cloud lamp. Designed by Richard Clarkson Studio and Kriyalev, Floating Cloud is a magnetically levitating ambient lamp that adds a magical touch to any room that it hovers in. The designers just announced a limited production run of these unique and fluffy lamps. Floating Cloud is the latest version of an ongoing collaboration between Richard Clarkson Studios' cloud-themed designs and Kriyalev's innovative levitation technology. Made from PETG and hyperallergenic polyester fiber, the fluffy cloud-like mass floats approximately 2.5 to 3 inches off its base using magnetic levitation. The cloud is entirely wireless and the base is powered with a rechargeable lithium-ion battery. The cloud spins and bobs side to side for a more realistic atmospheric experience, while hidden sound reactive RGB LEDs create the powerful illusion of a storm cloud with lightning. The floating cloud will react to existing sound systems and voices. The cloud flashes to the beat of the music in 4 different styles, using an embedded microphone, an infrared remote control, a range of ambient lamp modes from white to colored versions, and much more. The cloud is held in place using both rare earth magnets and electromagnets and a location sensor. There's a discrete infrared locating beam in the center of the cloud, which, if obstructed by an object such as your hand, will result in the cloud falling off its levitating balance point. In such an event, the cloud has a pretty soft felt bottom to cushion the fall. The studio has released a limited 100-unit production run of the floating cloud, available right now at richardclarkson.com for a low price of $4,620. For a cheaper option, they also sell the Tiny Cloud for $580. That's an ambient lamp and Bluetooth speaker able to react and flash to the beat of your music, and it just hangs from the ceiling. Or the Smart Cloud from $3,360, which appears to be the same as the floating cloud, just attached to the ceiling instead of the floating base. In this week's green news, Off Grid Box, an Italian startup, was founded to bring clean water and renewable energy to the millions of people in the world who still live without. The box itself is a simple container measuring 6 feet squared with solar panels on top and water treatment devices inside. It can help remote communities with both off-grid energy and easily accessible filtered water. Founder and CEO Emiliano Cecchini has sold a few of the units now, but he does worry that he's not yet found the formula to take his invention to the next level. After 3 years on the market, Off Grid Box is a trusted enough product that 28 individuals and organizations have bought the container at about $15,000 a pop and up. Half the units went to nonprofits in Madagascar, Nigeria, Rwanda, Colombia, and elsewhere, and the other half went to cool guys that had a camper in the middle of nowhere. But Cecchini, who is Italian, doesn't feel the startup is yet at a point where it could ramp up sales and production and get itself on stable financial footing. Selling one unit at a time isn't particularly profitable, and it doesn't get enough off-grid boxes out in the world. Off Grid Box was recently selected for the 2017 cohort of the Mass Challenge Accelerator program in Boston, where Cecchini will hone a new business model. Instead of selling units to cool guys and NGOs, it now plans to install them where they are needed and then charge end customers for the access. For a few cents a day, people will be able to access clean water and clean power at a station continually attended by local people. The new model is pay-as-you-go micropayments, local contractors, and local empowerment, Cecchini said. The new business model is getting a thorough test in Rwanda, where the startup plans to install units in 18 villages. Now, the government has commissioned 14 contractors to work on rural electrification, and Off Grid Box is partnered with 3 of them so far. By 2020, it hopes to be serving 420,000 end customers. A family of 4 pays 12 US cents to fill up with enough water for the day. At the same time, each unit has solar panels sufficient to allow 300 families battery packs subsidized by the startup. These hold enough power to run 3 LED lights for 4 hours and to charge 2 mobile phones. Not a bad idea. While in the U.S., Cecchini is signing up impact investors and donors. Each installation costs about $15,000, which comes out of a joint financing pool. He thinks the units can generate 10% profitability and that there will be further revenue opportunities to grow the business in the future. Ideally, the boxes will become community hubs with Wi-Fi and associated commercial activity. Wi-Fi, by the way, opens up services that could be backed by venture capital.